Welcome to the Health AI Brief, breaking down the AI shaping our world one concept at a time. There's been a clear acceleration in AI's role in our clinical lives. From interpreting imaging to helping develop new drugs, the technology is rapidly maturing. This isn't a gradual evolution anymore, it feels like more of a step change. So the question for us is, why is this happening now? I think the answer comes from three key pillars. The first being data, second being computation, and third being algorithms. But it's the recent breakthroughs in one of these areas and the persistent bottlenecks in the other two that really tell the story of AI in medicine today. So, for years we've been building up on the first two pillars. We've digitized vast amounts of patient data and we have access to incredible computing power. But the real game changer more recently has been in the algorithms. The mathematical recipes, particularly around deep learning, have become vastly more sophisticated. So think about imaging. The AI models we now see reading CT scans and mammograms with high accuracy don't just appear out of nowhere. They're more mature because the algorithms they've built upon have been developed and refined over years, driven by huge commercial incentives from completely outside of medicine. So this technology behind self-driving cars, social media photo tagging, and image search created an immense demand for algorithms that can understand pixels. And healthcare is now benefiting from that mature technology. And this is evident in a lot of the AI devices being approved for medical device certification being in the field of radiology. But we're seeing a similar breakthrough in terms of algorithms that can understand language, which is why we're suddenly hearing so much about clinical chatbots, automated summaries of clinical consultations, and ambient AIs. But here's a crucial point for clinical practice. So the most advanced algorithm in the world is limited by the two other pillars. Right now, the major hurdles in healthcare are no longer the algorithms per se, but access to good quality data and the practicalities of computation. It's one thing to prove a concept in a research paper. It's another thing entirely to integrate it into a trust's legacy IT systems, ensure it works on your specific patient population, and figure out who pays for the significant ongoing computing costs. There need to be business cases to justify the costs. And the data limitation is directly shaping where AI is making impact. So progress is fastest in radiology because the data is already structured with clear reports to link the pictures to, and the underlying algorithms are already well developed. In other areas where the clinical data is messy, incomplete, or siloed, progress is much further to go. So the available data is steering the direction of AI's progress. So to properly evaluate these new tools, we need to understand this foundation. So over the next few episodes, we're going to dissect this. So we'll start with data, our biggest challenge, the types we generate and how they're processed for AI. And then we'll take a tour of the most important AI model architectures. And then finally, we'll demystify some of the learning algorithms. This will hopefully provide a framework for helping evaluate the tools that we're starting to see in daily practice. So that's why AI now and the structure of what's to come in future episodes in a nutshell. If you find this useful and think that those future episodes would be useful, don't forget to hit subscribe or follow in your podcast app so you don't miss those future episodes.